the Under-17 World Cup, and we want to do it with some predictions of the round of 16 that is going through right now. And I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up to see what you're expecting. But at least, people, you'll be leaving this video with a lot more names that you didn't know. So don't forget to like this video and comment down below your favorite player that you have watched in the Under-17 World Cup, if you know any, okay? Because we want to see the community talking. But talking here, round of 16, and mentioning the players involved in the games, England versus Uzbekistan. England that were in the group of death, maybe, of this World Cup, which the third place Iran went through. But England faced Brazil and Iran. And so England against Uzbekistan. What are we thinking here?
They dropped their third group game against Brazil in a tough contest, but I think everyone was expecting England to be led by Ethan Nwaneri, to be led by Chris Rigg, to be led by some of the guys that have seen some time. But once again, it's a Manchester City Academy player, Joel Ndala, who's doing most of it. He's leading as a winger. He's leading dribbles completed by almost 10. So it's like 23 to like 13 or something. Crushed it in the group stage. He's constantly going at the throat. He's going to probably put Uzbekistan to the sword. So, yeah, I don't think that there's going to be an issue here. England will get through. It's who they play in the next round that's going to be the toughest, right?
Okay, okay. Interesting way of seeing it. And I did think Ethan Nwaneri was going to put a lot more numbers than he's actually doing that. Amir Saidor. Look out for Umeir Sador in the Uzbekistan team. But yes, I agree. England are going to go through in this game. Next one will be hitting home. It's a Germany against USA game in the round of 16 of the Under-17 World Cup. What I got to say is Germany in the Under-17 World Cup have one of the best players in it, no doubt. It's Noah Darvish. Oh, or you're going to say another person.
Well, no. They have Paris Brunner as well, but Noah Darvish very, very clearly has been cream of the crop, would be in my group stage team of the tournament easily.
And it's crazy.
Right there in midfield.
That Barca have Noah Darvish and Lamine Yamal that would be eligible to be in the Under-17 World Cup. Lamine Yamal, that he's scoring in the Spain senior team. But Lamine Yamal and Noah Darvish are a future pairing that we could see at wingers at Barcelona. So I wanted to mention, please pay attention to Noah Darvish in this game. He currently has 3 assists in the competition. And there is a youngster, a 15-year-old in the U.S. side, Bretson, that has 3 goals scored, right?
Yeah, Nimfasha Bershimas, 15 years old, 3 goals scored, one of them probably up for goal of the tournament. And yet, unfortunately, I think the USA are going to bow out in this one, the next round, simply because of mistakes made in the final group stage game that sees a lot of their backup center backs will be taking the field against guys like Noah Darvish and Paris Brunner. But Nimfasha Bershimas is somebody that has to be watched. 3 goals, and he plays for Charlotte FC. Could make his MLS debut next season. And him, along with Cruz Medina, I think have been the best players for the U.S. in this. But I think Germany's going to be too good. I'm actually picking Germany to go pretty dang far in this one. I think they could even go to the semis, if not the final.
Wow, and you guys have a really good goalkeeper too. Adam, I have your
Adam Beaudry.
Beaudry. So yeah, it's being a successful Under-17 World Cup for you guys.
But you mentioned Barcelona. And our leading contender who had to bow out with an injury before this tournament, right? His name is Diego Cachin. He actually plays in La Masia. And is one of their top goalkeeping prospects. And he is widely seen, at least on our side of the pond, as one of the best goalkeeping prospects we've actually ever had. So the fact that our backup, Adam Beaudry, comes in and is one of the best goalkeepers in the tournament. The U.S. have never had a shortage of really good goalkeepers. So it's really nice to see this long continue. It's just a shame, more than one goalkeeper can't play when it comes down to things. But yeah, Beaudry has been phenomenal. See him on the rise for Austin FC in the future. But again, back to Germany. That team is good, man. That team is good. And I think they're going to go far.
It's true. It's true. I do pick Germany too, that are having a terrific under 17 World Cup. Next game, this is a big one, and if you don't know, Senegal is one of the best under
Hmm.
17 African teams in the world, no doubt, and that's why they could surprise people and beat France in this game of the round of 16. France against Senegal, under 17 World Cup. What do you have here, Breton?
Well, I wanted to see this France Senegal matchup later on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is not going to be later on, unfortunately. I think France is obviously good. This is not a strong French side in terms of with all the depth they could have picked from and all the names they could have picked from. But they also haven't conceded a goal all tournament. But Senegal, if they're going to meet a team with attacking prowess that can actually poke holes in them and beat them, you're going to have to watch the two-generation foot players in Amara Diouf and Idrissa Gueye, who's up top there. Amara Diouf, who's one of the youngest, if not the youngest, in the tournament. I would love to say that Senegal can upset France here, but I think France is going to be a little too strong for them. But man,
What's
this is like the highlight, the one you circle in this round of 16. If you can
Mhm.
watch it, watch this particular game.
It's for sure, Breton. I completely agree with what you're saying. In Senegal with Amara Diouf
Mm.
is nominated for Amara Diouf is nominated for one of the best African players, best African youngster in 2023.
Yep.
Amara Diouf is nominated. For people to get a context, Bilal El Kanous, Abde, that was
Mhm.
before at Barcelona. These players are nominated for Morocco, elite youngsters. And Amara
And
Diouf, at 15, he's
yeah,
already played for Senegal as first team. And he scored a
yeah,
brace in the first game in the Under 17 World Cup. This is one of the
it's
biggest
crazy.
talents in the Under 17 World Cup, and he's already signed for Metz. So please pay
Yeah.
special attention to Amara Diouf.
And if you want a football manager hack, just go to Generation Foot in Senegal and sign whoever they got there, right? And you'll have a bunch of great young players. But no, between Gay and Diouf, two more products from that team. Diangu
Mm-hmm.
at Senegal also deserves a shout out because he has been their rock in the midfield. And we haven't even really talked about France. I mean, Tinkray scored 2 goals against us. They were kind of tap-ins. They weren't really that special, but it has been their defense. And one of their best players is Muyup. I'm going to screw up his name. Mupyu.
Hmm.
Big center back. I think he plays for Nantes. But he has led that clean sheet, 3 clean sheets in a row in the group stage against Senegal, against the U.S., against South Korea, and against Burkina Faso. So yeah, this is one of the ones that we're gonna watch. But the most exciting player, very clearly in this matchup, is Amara Diouf. And
Haha.
where does he go next? Yeah,
Exactly. And we got to watch this France Senegal team because of just that. Another one
of
that has
course.
a strong African team, in my view, is Mali against Mexico. That I'm going to go
Hmm.
bold and say I believe Mali is going to win this game against Mexico. Mali have a great midfield people.
Yes.
Amdio Makalu,
Hmm.
and they have
Hmm.
Ibrahim Diarra. Great two midfielders that everyone at home should start paying attention because Mali has talent. And if they beat Mexico, I'm sure a lot more people will be looking. And Mexico with Stefan Carrillo too. Not a bad player.
Hmm.
Against New Zealand, I was shook. Some really good highlights on him. I think he scored 2 goals and had an assist in
Yeah.
that game.
Mexico woke up at the right time. They woke up in that third game. So who knows? They can go into this and I don't know, maybe take some fatigue because these games have been played pretty back to back. But Makalu that you mentioned for Mali
Mm-hmm.
has probably been on the short list, top 3 players in this whole tournament so far. He's been that good for them. But one you're going to want to watch in this game for Mexico is a Mexican American that plays for the Charleston Battery. And he has been one of the best. He's just named the best young player in the USL Championship. And his name is Fidel Barajas, and he scored in that third game. So if there's somebody that's going to disrupt Mali, who I think will also win this, it's going to be Fidel Barajas.
No, okay. But I'm gonna go with Mali though, Breton. I still believe Mali are gonna be winning this one. And Morocco versus Iran. I'm going to go here with a shocker one, too, because Iran, if you don't know, Iran under 17 in this World Cup, they were with England and with Brazil, and they beat Brazil. They were losing 2-1, and they beat Brazil in elite remontada 3-2. They unfortunately didn't manage to beat England. They were winning. They were beating England 1-0, but they lost 2-1. They lost 2-1, unfortunately. They got through as the best third place, and I believe Iran have the core, have the team, have the teamwork to beat this Moroccan team, and I'm going to go with Iran in this game. It's a bold take.
Yeah.
Because Morocco's
Probably
got
one
talent.
of the best. Yeah, one of the best goalkeepers in the tournament has been Shaqiri, the goalkeeper for Iran. But I'm going to say Morocco in this one because Mohamed Hamani and Abdelhamid Mali have been really, really good in that midfield for them. And come on, like the senior team in front of them, Morocco is going to continue to outperform, play well, come together as a team. I think Morocco is going to win this one and actually maybe beat Mali or Mexico in that next round.
It's a good midfield battle, but I'm gonna go with Amir Mohammed. Okay, good player from Iran, Amir Mohammed. Okay, and look at this surname, Razaginia.
Oh,
Come on, that's what I call style. So
well done. Well done. I don't know if you said it right, but well done.
Here with another one with a South American battle here between Ecuador and Brazil, a Brazil team that is constantly evolving and always with a lot of talent. And my biggest talent to watch in this team, Kawa Elias has 4 goals scored, but the biggest star for me is William Estevão. William Estevão, personally, I've seen him for 2 years now, and in terms of playmaking ability at the wing, he's one of the best under 17 players in the world, and he's been for a while. If you know Palmeiras youth, you know Messinho William Estevão. So I'm going to go for Brazil in this game with Messinho William Estevão finally showing up and having a big game against Ecuador.
Because all the group games for Brazil and England, all the stats are kind of thrown off just because New Caledonia, who deserved to be there, but New Caledonia was in the group. So there were big 9-0 wins and 6-0 wins where they just stacked things up. 10-0, right? Oh, gosh. Well, not quite 14-0, so that's good. But yeah, Brazil has some real tools. And their center back, I forget his name, but who's been captaining their side? I forgot to write it down. Reese, I think, is very good for them, and I think will get them past Ecuador. But come on. This game is screaming for Kendry Paez to fly in and for Endrick to fly in. Can we please get that done? Can we get it done? Because I believe that they're eligible. I could be wrong. But Ecuador is going to need...
Vitor Nunes.
Oh, thank you, Nunes. That was his name. Yep. And he's been good. He was very good, I thought, versus England. But they really haven't put together a phenomenal team performance except in that game versus England. So I think Brazil can obviously go far, but I think there's a better team that's going to win this thing.
I go Brazil too in this one. And since we're talking Brazil, it makes sense to talk about Argentina. That for me, Argentina, in terms of forwards, they're so stacked in this team. Argentina against Venezuela, I think it's going to be a big win by Argentina. That you got to remember the name of Echeverri. Echeverri is one of the best young wingers out there. Captain too, yes. And Acuna, Valentino Acuna too. Very good winger. Very good player.
Yep. And on the other side, Venezuela's got David Martinez, who a lot of clubs want. A lot of clubs want, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Echeverri will lead the way, even though they had a slow, sluggish start as well, like the senior squad.
And Agustin Roberto scored against Senegal, Japan, and Poland. 1 goal.
There you go. How consistent of him. But this is where the real fun happens. This last game, and the winner of this plays the winner of Germany and the USA. This is another one that I'm really sad that it's this early on in the round of 16 because Spain and Japan have been phenomenal, and Spain is Barca Central, and Japan has a super sub coming off the bench that is scoring all the goals for them and is co-leader in the Golden Boot race, and he literally has only started one of the 3 games, and that's
Mm.
Rento Takaoka. They also have one of the best goalkeepers, but Spain, man, come on. I've fallen in love with, I think, 2 players on the Spanish team since watching them already, and I know you have too, right?
2 Barca
Who's your
players.
favorites?
Pau Prima and Hector
Well,
Fort. I love those
there you
2.
go.
Love those 2. The luck that Barca has, Lamine Yamal not being there, but they still have a huge impact in that Spanish national team. Like, I love to see it. La Masia is the core of Spain.
Yeah. And I would say Hector Fort, next to the aforementioned Hamadou Makalu from Mali, is up there in the top 3 for best players in the tournament so far. From right back, he's created for them. They've been pretty good defensively. And I think Spain is a dark horse to win this thing. Not dark horse. I think they're one of the favorites to win this thing. The only issue is Japan is like workmanlike, and they don't really know. You don't know much about these guys. A lot of these Japanese players are not picked up by J-League squads. They're not really known quantities in any way, shape, or form. Most U-17 players aren't. But the fact that they're not really in academies is pretty crazy. And Rento Takaoka is one of those players. He has not been picked up by a J-League team. And I bet you there are Belgian league teams right now that are just salivating at the thought of maybe bringing him in to an academy in Belgium to let him roll like Matoma before them and others of that nature. But this is one of the battles where I think the winner of this goes pretty dang far in this tournament.
I think Spain will be winning this game. I believe the team knows themselves very well, and it's like what? Barca players is more than 50% of the starting team. So I'm going to go with the Pau Prim Masterclass, one of the best midfielders, under 17 midfielders out there at Barca. And yeah, Spain winning this game. But I believe in terms of top contenders, I think Brazil has the talent to be the top contender. Germany, Argentina, and I say Mali is in the talk of maybe surprising the world and winning the Under-17 World Cup. It wouldn't surprise us, Bretton, right?
No, not at all. I mean, we know that when it comes to the U-17 level, you've got some of the most talented players coming from a lot of these African teams, and it's just whether or not they take that next step in their development beyond that. But Nigeria has won, I think, 5 of these. 5 of these U-17 World Cups. So, considering that a lot of the rest of Africa is caught up, Senegal, Mali, heck, Morocco in this, I agree with you. I think one African team will be in the semifinals. That's for dang sure.
Shout out to Indonesia in this Under-17 World Cup, scoring their first goal in an Under-17 World Cup and also playing their first game in the Under-17 World Cup. It could be the start of a better generation of Indonesian football, and we love to see that changing in football. But let us know down below, who are the Wonderkids that we didn't mention? Who are the stars of the Under-17 World Cup? And who are the stars that you got to know in this video too? Don't forget to like this video and go bold in the comments section.